Hi FossTube, it's Julie SylverStitcher. I just filmed a short clip of Simon, who is sitting on all my whips. It didn't work. I was going to pause the video, flip you around so you could see me. That didn't work, so here we are starting from the beginning again. So what I'm going to do is, it's very not as cute as it was because he was sitting on the whole pile before, but now he is just... there you are. So he's just sitting on my pile of whips that I want to talk to you about. It is Sunday, January the 6th, 2019. I am SylverStitches, and here we go. So today's progress was a little mixed up. I stitched more than 9 pieces. Where did I get 9 pieces from? That's what I want to know. I don't know. Today's mug is from Tim Hortons, because I am Canadian. I'm doing a little bit differently tonight, because I'm not stitching them. I stitched all day. I've been stitching since 4:30 this morning. I took a break to go to skate, and I've been stitching since 8 o'clock tonight. So, what I'm going to plan on doing from now on maybe is stitch for however long each day, and then hopefully every night I will be able to make a video, because right now I'm awake. That's weird too. So Simon is lying on all of my projects, so maybe I'll just start at the bottom and work to the top, and hopefully he'll move by the time I need those pieces. I was stitching on the Halloween sampler, and my alarm had just gone off, and he decided to just casually come down from the couch and sit on my Q-snap and the box of flosses. I posted it on Instagram because it was just too cute, but here we go. So enough talking for now. I'm going to try and get all my pieces. Oh no. I'm going to try and get one more. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, so they're definitely not in order anymore because Simon. So, it is currently almost 11:15 at night. So I'm almost ready for bed, because I should go to bed, but I don't want to. It was one of those days. So, just stitch all the things. So, making space to lie this down flat on the couch, because Simon is impossible. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is Simon. He was with me this morning too. He's been a big cuddle bug all day long today while I've been home. So that's Simon. And he's 1 year, and he just turned 1 year and 5 months on the 2nd of January. Anyway, side note. Now it's in no particular order, because when I was stitching them today, no, you can't lie on top of the box anymore. Oh, he's walking past the box. Sorry. So, yeah, hello. Sorry. He's gone. Let's just start at the top. So, I decided I wanted to last night, this morning, whenever I did that last update, 3 o'clock this morning, I told you that I was planning on doing the Stitch 9 challenge, which is what it's called, and I was telling you that I was only going to stitch on days that ended in 9. I'm never going to finish them if that's the case, or had a 9 in them or whatever. So what my new theory is I have 3 wheels going on, right? So I have a January at home wheel, I have a January in the car wheel, so that's all the kitted up stuff. And I have a January, well, no, not January. I have the Stitch 9 challenge pieces. So, none of those pieces are overlapping in any of the other wheels. I fixed that. And I'm going to stitch 3 from each wheel per day. Today I stitched 10, but that was partly because I wanted to stitch again before I went to bed today. Oh, and there's Charlotte. It's like cat crazy around here. If she comes up on the couch, I will pick her up and show you. She is growing. Side note, whatever. So today I ended up stitching 10 because I started at 3 o'clock this morning and I didn't want to finish stitching yet. I still had that stitchy bug in me, so that's why I decided to keep going, which isn't a problem because more stitching is always better, until Simon sits on all of your stuff. So I'm just going to pick it up from the top and go to the bottom and see how far we get. Not how far we get, but I'll let you know what I did. So I'm not going to say first, second, third, fourth because I wrote it down for the progress, but like I just said, it's not, they're not in order anymore. So the first one on the pile was the mini banner, oh my nails, didn't change them, mini banner winter by Dimensions. It's designed by Debbie Mum, trying to not to get the glare. And Charlotte might come up here because she's really interested in everything I'm doing. So, so today I stitched 13 minutes on each piece because 6 plus 7 is 13 because there's 7. Go from the beginning. 7 letters in January. Today is the 6th. So each thing gets a minute. So 7 minutes for January, 6 minutes because it's the 6th of January. So this is winter mini banner winter. And so I had already had all of this done. So what I did in the 13 minutes while being very distracted by Jessie Marie Does Stuff, or was it Pam and Steph at that point? Either way, both great. So I just got this part here during the 13 minutes. Tonight there was a lot of unfocused. Oh, there she is. Hi, Charlotte. There was a lot of unfocused. Oh, the big yawns. Unfocused stitching because Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I just wanted to see all of her whips. I couldn't stitch myself because she told me to keep stitching and I couldn't do it. I had to stop and watch everything she was doing. And then Pam and Steph, like, hello. Nope. You can't not watch them. Anyway. So as I put all of these things back into the crinkly papers, because I decided I wanted to stitch right away. I mean, I wanted to film right away and not prep. So we'll just keep talking and get through this. Again, Dimensions bags. What is the... Can we advocate better bags from Dimensions? Okay. Sorry. That's done. Where should I put it? The next up on the pile, in no particular order again, is the Spring Birdie card. So again, I'm just stitching that little birdie in the middle with the on this, whatever that's called, the branch. And I got a little bit more done today. The majority, actually, his body minus the bottom row is all done, and that sounds like a James. Or it could be a cat on a scratching post. I think James is asleep. Anyways. So that's where I am. Side note, sorry. So I had all this done. And so I essentially just stitched all this in the 12 minutes. 13 minutes today. Again, not focused because there was a lot of back and forth looking for this one. I just needed to make sure that it was right. Simon is now crying to James. I wonder why. Anyway, next up on the pile is another Dimensions piece. It is, there goes Charlotte. It is So Busy. So the story behind this one is a couple years ago I tried to start a Mother's Day gift for my mom. And so I picked this up without her knowing, and you'll see how far I got, but I didn't get very far. So I didn't let her know that I didn't. I just, maybe one day, maybe this Mother's Day, who knows, right? So this is where I am. I realized tonight that I have to frog out some, I have to frog out the tail because it's in the wrong spot. It's like shifted one over, but that's where I am. So I already had all of this done and I have the tail done, but I'm gonna have to rip that out because it's too it's over. It's not in the right spot. Anyway, so I stitched all of this, all of this, all of this, and then sewed the green. I stitched all of this part right here in the 13 minutes. Again, maybe I wanted to stitch all of the things today because it was a definitely not focused day. I don't know why I wasn't focused, but I wasn't, and that's that. I have no idea why. But, just, I guess, too many things going on around me. This morning, after, so I woke up this morning at 3. James said, let's go for coffee. We then, I can't remember if we, like, had breakfast at that point, but then before I knew it, he was sleeping again, and I was awake. And when we eventually woke up at 10:30 or 11, he, because I fell back asleep around 6, he was going to eat breakfast with me in the family room, like we normally do on TV tables in front of the TV, and he was like, okay, I'll go back in because I have no space, because all my cross-stitch stuff was all over the place. I don't even know why. Anyway, I guess because last night I was figuring out pieces and for the Stitch 9 challenge. So I'll let you know when a Stitch 9 piece comes up, and then that'll be that. So far, from what I've done, none of these three, neither or none, all of those three are not Stitch 9 pieces. So, this one coming up, though, this one coming up is. And I have a feeling I will stitch it and finish it before 2019 is done, because there's still a lot left, but it seems very manageable. It is the Snow-Capped Trees. The designer of the Snow-Capped Trees. I'm not ready to move on yet. Hold on. Oh no. Sorry. I didn't put the picture away. Okay. What do you call that? Is that the picture or what is that? Anyway. So this will probably get uploaded tomorrow morning, so that I don't feel so bad about stitching on things and not, or maybe just in the half an hour when I finish rewatching myself, because I still do that. I film and then I watch myself just to make sure there's nothing that's like, anyway. The next one, yes. So the next one is the Snow-Capped Trees by, the designer is Alma Lynn Hayden. So that's this one. If we can focus. Sure. And it's out of, I got this one out of this book, The Seasonal Samplers by Hirschner's and Leisure Arts. I showed you the picture, so here we go. And this is where I got to. I had to do a little bit of frogging. I had to rip out a little bit of the tree trunks. I noticed this morning when I was talking about it, it didn't sound like tree trunks at all. So this is where the piece is. So I miscounted one of the rows, not one of the rows, but one of the X's, one of the stitches here. So I had to redo a little bit. So this will eventually come all the way to over here. So that's what I worked on tonight. And that's that. I'm really enjoying this piece. I'm only working on the colors that I have in my stash. If I don't have the color, I will, but I don't know if I don't have the color yet, because originally tonight I wasn't going to stitch anymore when I got home from skating, but I was just going to watch Jessie Marie does stuff, like her Year of Whips one, or whatever, the end of year whips, and just sort all my floss, because too much. There's too much unsorted floss in this house. I'm finding it everywhere, and you know, the cats are trying to take it from one space to another space, and if I just had it all in these boxes, some of them are done, but I need more. I need to put more in, because I have a lot. I have 5 boxes in front of me, and easily they can be filled with the amount of floss that I have unsorted. So, enough about that. So that was the snow-capped trees. And I just worked on this part for the 13 minutes. Either stitching and then ripping it out because I realized that it wasn't lining up, or just stitching. There we go. And this is, so that was one of my Stitch 9 challenges. Another Stitch 9 challenge actually is my Delightful Deer. I did make a whole lot of, I'm going to say a whole lot of progress, because anyways, but so it's just the head is what I need to stitch for that piece. And where I got was here. So I did finish that color of brown, so the next time I stitch on it, I will need to decide where I want to go next and stitch another color. So all of the brown for that piece, actually all of that shade of brown is all done, so that's good. I can maybe fully finish another color of that piece, and hopefully before I know it, it'll be done. So that is also another Stitch 9 challenge piece. One that I had not remembered about, and I don't know, I think I've showed you, but anyway, is the Rose Chick Chat. I spun it for January, so by Heritage Crafts, designed by Valerie Pfeiffer. Harmonies? Anyway. So that's that. And I'm just going to flip it around. And cover the price tag. And so here it is. So I just filled in the rest of his wing over here. There was a strip the last time you saw it that had no stitching in it. I essentially filled all of that in the 13 minutes. And there we go. So he's coming along. It's again a very slow process, but that's what it is, right? As long as I'm still enjoying the journey. Another piece that I'm not, it's not a challenge piece, but it's still one that definitely needs to be finished because in this pile, at least, that I stitched today, it's one of the oldest pieces. So, this, I'm going to put a backing on it of some kind. This is May the Diamonds Be With You. Oops. I'm just going to not pick it up this time. I designed it myself for one of my friends that was moving away, who really likes Star Wars. So the diamonds, if you don't remember, are my skating team. And the person that I stitched it for, or that I was supposed to stitch it for, was moving away to school, to a different school. And so that's that. So I finished the B today, and then I started a little bit on the E, as you can see. Now I am rhyming. The B, the E, and the C. Oh, E. Sorry. It's 11:30 at night. Okay, so I finished the B, I started the E, and I don't know what's going to happen when I have to do the W, because I might just actually turn that upside down. The M. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm really enjoying this piece. I might take a minute or 10 to re-chart it out because I don't have the chart anymore. Like I said, I made it myself. So, or I created it or designed it or whatever myself. But yeah, it's a really fun piece, and it's stitching out nicely. So I am happy. I don't really know how many pieces that is right now, so hopefully that's 8 because I only have 2 more in front of me. Hopefully. The next piece that I was working on today was from the World of Cross Stitching magazine, number 259. So as you all might know, it is the Halloween sampler. Wait. That's not all the pieces. Right? Where's... Yeah, I did write down that today. Okay. Not yet, but I will be back soon. So let's do this first. So it's the Halloween sampler, and I'm just working on Boo. For this piece, I decided I wanted to only stitch one motif at a time because the piece of fabric that I'm working on, I don't know if it's big enough to fit the whole pattern on it. So right now I'm just working on this little owl and Boo, although I haven't gotten to the Boo or the owl yet. But that's besides the point. So here I am. It's okay, Simon. Okay, so I finished more of the, it almost looks black, but I promise it's purple. The purple stitching up here. So what I was doing is I went all the way across, and then I'm going all the way back. And then the next row I'm going to go all the way across and all the way back until, until that's done. Yeah, so that's a purple. It's not black. I don't know how to, I don't know. Anyway, it was too busy of day to do nails today, so I just didn't do them. I told you in my last video that I would redo my nails or take off the polish or whatever it was, and that didn't happen, of course. That's what happens when you sleep from 6 to 10:45 in the morning. When your husband wakes you up at 3 to go for coffee and he doesn't follow through. Another piece I have here is what I told you that I was starting out today with. It was the Prayer of St. Francis by Lizzie Kate. Ooh. Don't eat the scissors, Charlotte. Don't. Sorry. Alright, Prayer of St. Prayer of St. Francis by Lizzie Kate. And where am I, you ask? I only did a few minutes on it, so it wasn't a full 13. I stitched another quarter of the... Simon, you're okay. Why are you crying? I know. Okay. Here's Charlotte. Whoops. Sorry. There's Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, everybody. Hi. Anyway, she's now curious on what is happening on the couch. So, anyway, we're almost done, people. We're almost done. My cats are people, by the way. Alright, so, oh, no, not yet. I'm just trying to get the longest piece in history. Trying to fit all in one frame. So, there it is. You can even see it. So, I am working on that white flower on the bottom there. And if I had enough hands, I'd point it out. So, beside master, that's what I did another quarter of the flowers today. Mostly, well, no, not mostly. All of my pieces that I worked on today, at least, except for this one, were all on Ada. To switch over to linen is is a little much on the eyes, of course. So it takes adjusting, and sometimes it's more than just 13 minutes of stitching to be able to adjust your eyes from Ada to linen, linen to Ada, vice versa. So that is why it didn't, I don't want to call it linen because in reality it's Lugana. Again, I don't know the difference. Actually I do, but we just won't go there right now because it's almost 11:40. And I will be right back because I did work on Enchanted Dragonfly. Or Enchanting Dragonfly, but it's not beside me, so hold on. Alright, I'm back. I don't know why it was in the pile over there. It was probably because I stitched it before I went to sleep today. So therefore I had to move all of the pieces to... Yeah. Anyway, so Enchanting Dragonfly, you probably all remember it. It's Doreen Jones. Out of the World of Cross-Stitching magazine. Pause, please. I'm back again. Cats. Okay. World of Cross Stitching magazine numero 270. I should really remember these by now because it's only 2 magazines that I'm working out of this month. So yes, that is the Enchanting Dragonfly. And I did not finish as much as I wanted to today. But this is another piece for the Stitch 9 challenge. Why is she so curious? Why are kittens so curious? What makes them so... Are puppies so curious? Alright. Sorry, no. So, I only have one section left of that really light pink left to fill in. So, maybe today's lighting is better. Okay, so, I have... just this little section down there to finish, and then I don't currently have the floss for the background of this piece. We've taken down our Christmas tree. Pause break. We've taken down our Christmas tree. And I guess somebody, artificial, I guess somebody, aka Simon or Charlotte, took a piece off of the, hold on, I'm going to go get it for you so you can see. Not the Christmas tree. It was leaves. They're fake. From the garland, I guess you can call it, that I used from my wedding this summer. I don't know where they just found that. Anyway, cats. Maybe that's what the theme of today's video should be. Alright, so back to Doreen Jones and the Enchanting Dragonfly. So, I just have this section left to fill in. I was telling you that I don't have the color that I need to fill in the background and the background of this section, so I might just do that at the end, get everything else filled in, and then go crazy on the variegated color for this, and then the variegated color that goes in between, in behind the dragonfly itself, because as you can see, the blue around here is all one shade, like one, not one of course, because it's going to take a couple, I think, but it's a variegated background. And then if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, this is also all variegated back here. Some of you have done it, and so therefore you know about it. But yeah, no, it's gonna look great. I just don't have the two variegated colors yet. So I'm gonna sign off for now because we're at 31 minutes, and I don't know when it's gonna cut off, just like always. So happy stitching and have a good night. I'm going to post this in the morning, so have a good day, and I hope you get all the stitchy things that you needed to get done today done, and I will talk to everybody later. Adios and ciao, and have a great day. Bye, everybody.